Hey, what's happening, guys? Today we are taking a look at this beauty. This is the Aufero 2 laser made by Ortur, and they sent this out to me free of charge for our consideration. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I have never played with a laser engraver, laser cutter before in my life. So if I say something wrong, feel free to, make some corrections down below. And let's take a look at how this thing works. So first of all, what you see here is an extruded aluminum frame. And it was incredibly easy to build. I'm going to drop you down here so you can see. There are 4 of these screws at each end. I don't know how well I'll be able to get in here, but there's another screw here. So you have those 8 screws, and then you have 2 acorn nuts on each side of what I'm going to call the traveling piece. And that's it, other than plugging in the wires for installation. The laser itself, let me move again here, sorry. The laser itself is fitted into a dovetail joint and simply slides up and down because you have to adjust the laser height for the different heights of the things that you're burning. Now, this laser comes with a very brief manual. It's not much of a manual at all, but don't worry, because it tells you in there to go to their website and you can download tutorial files, setup files, everything you need, including the free software Laser Gerbil, and a link to where you can download Lightburn, which is a commercial program. Both work equally well with this machine. Now, I've been playing with this for about a week, and I've made some successful and some not successful projects. The laser is 5 watts, and it is a visible laser. So I'm going to move you down here so you can see what's going on down the bottom. And then I'm going to come in and loosen up these 2 thumb screws that hold this shield up. And now if you look right down there, I'm going to turn the laser on at 0.25% power so that we can see the dot. That's it. That's the dot. Now you have to focus this laser 50 millimeters from the surface. They unfortunately did not provide me with the focusing tool for that method. They did, however, provide me with this very thin sheet of, I don't know, like acrylic or plexiglass or something, which you place on top of whatever you're going to burn, activate the laser, and then slide it up and down until you see the smallest dot. That's really all there is involved in focusing it. The power supply for the laser is this wall wart that you see right here. And it plugs in to the front of the laser here. A USB cable also included, connects to your computer. There's an RJ11 type jack there. And 2 buttons. I know they're going to be very hard for you to see because they're gray on gray. This top one says reset, and the bottom one says power. There are 3 NEMA 17 stepper motors that control everything. I tried to get over here to show you the last one. It won't let me get over there. Hang on. There's the last one. So the bed size is 390 by 390 millimeters. This piece of MDF is 1 foot square. And as you can see, I burnt a grid into an old piece of plywood. But the grid, I think, is useful to help me get everything lined up just where it's supposed to be. And then you're ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to draw a square about the size of this, and I'll show you one of the nice features called trace, or frame rather. You can hear the exhaust fan blowing. So what I've done is I have set this thing with 190 millimeter square, and then if I press the frame button, it's going to trace out just about the shape of our wood so that we know where everything is. That allows you to know if what you're planning on burning is actually going to fit on the piece that you're using. Pretty useful if you don't want to burn up what's underneath of it. Pardon the handheld. This is the light burn screen, and you can see I've put on here 4 grayscale YouTube logos. Each one of these will burn at the same speed and the same laser power, but they're going to use a different dithering pattern. Remember, the laser can't do grayscale. It can only place dots closer or further apart from each other, and that's what the dithering pattern is going to do. If we come over here and look at the cuts and layers tab, you can see that I have the C00 layer. It's set as a line. That's just that rectangle we made. Then we have our image layers, all at 8,000 millimeters per minute, 100% power. And then finally layer 5, which is our text fill-in line, 6,000 millimeters a minute at 20% power. I'm going to have to boost that up. So all we have to do is double click here. Over in this window, we take our laser power up to 100%. And we're ready to use the laser controls to set this thing off. Okay, everything is set up. Let me do a frame one more time. Looks good. And I'm going to hit the go button. So it's now burning. All right, so that took 11 minutes. Not too bad. So let's see what we see. I think the grayscale is the only thing that put any coloring. Yeah. Gonna have to be careful with that. Any coloring within the tube. It's also pretty much made it solid black. The Jarvis is darker than the other two at the bottom. I don't know, so far between the Atkinson and the Stucky look pretty good. Let's try a picture. See how that goes. What do you think? Once again, forgive the hand holding. Do a picture. We're going to import from downloads. There's a picture of our friend Dog, which we will need to move things around to get them to fit properly here. So there's a picture of Dog. And we'll come over here and we'll make Dog in Stucky. We'll try that. 7,000. Good. Hit the frame button. Make sure it works out okay. All right, let's see what happens when we try and reproduce dogly. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, somebody's a little bit off there, weren't they? That's why you gotta have a wasteboard. So we'll see how this goes. All right, I stopped it early. I've seen really all I need to see. That is clearly an image of dogly. I like it. It's fun to play with. This is a 1/16 inch basswood. Not really all that flat, unfortunately. I'm going to try and cut something out. Oh, let's see if we can do it anyway. All right, I'm going to try and cut a circle through the top 1/16 inch basswood. I put a second one down below to act as kind of a another type of wasteboard. Now, we were burning our pictures and text before at what, 6,000 millimeters a minute. So to cut, we are going to go with 150 millimeters a minute. Maybe too much, maybe not enough. This is the first time I try to cut, so we're going to find out. Well, the stepper motors certainly sound different, don't they? And it's getting smoky in here, so I'm going to open a window. And turn on a fan. I'm excited to see how well this comes out. I've seen people using baking sheet or baking racks, drying racks, you know, as a surface to cut on. If that becomes the case, we will definitely find out about doing that. Almost done here. Making some strange sounds out of those stepper motors. And we're right at the end, or the beginning. It's a circle. If I have the thing on 2 passes, I don't want 2 passes. We're going to see what 1 pass can do. What do you think? Whoops, I knocked something over. What do you think? Did 1 pass make it all the way through? I'm betting it did. Almost. The second pass definitely would have cut through, but I'm trying to find out what the power and speed settings are for a single pass through. So that was 150 millimeters a minute. If I'm going to take this down to 100 millimeters a minute, I'm sure it would go right through. So that's about it. Here's a couple examples of things I've built, things I have engraved with the laser. This is like a 10-inch by 10-inch, I don't know, 1/8-inch thick piece of ply. Same here. This one is the same kind of ply, but it just has a little backing board on it. I'm having a lot of fun with the Aufero Laser2. I think you guys would too if this is something that you're interested in. So check out the link down below if you want to get into lasers and engraving and cutting and all that kind of stuff. And again, I'd like to thank Aufero and Ortur for sending this out to us. And yeah, very cool. If you guys enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Big thanks to all the patrons, and a big thanks to you guys for watching. That's it. I'm out. Peace.